last amateur fight is for the vacant bantamweight title. Muhammad Mokaev, representing Aspire Combat Sports Academy, the 11-0 undefeated amateur, the gold medalist at the IMMAF, and he's taking on the well-experienced Ciaran Mulholland. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm going to go on record now and say I believe that Muhammad Mokaev is one of the best bantamweights, amateur or pro, in the country.
Oh, in the world. In the world. He's won the gold medal at the IMMAFs in November. I was there. I called that fight. Very lucky to do that. But Ciaran Mulholland is no joke. He was supposed to fight John James Young for the flyweight title here, but John James got injured. And he's the one that said on social media, if you want to make it happen, UKFC, I'll get on a plane right now. And they responded, and the next shot we saw of him on social media was on a plane, making his way to go up a weight and take on Muhammad Mokaev. What a guy that is.
Good left hand landed off that kick.
They're happy to talk to each other, and straight away Muhammad goes to the wrestling.
He's got to be careful watching that left arm of Mulholland. And he's given up on a guillotine. Now this is where Mokaev really thrives. Obviously a good wrestler, but punishing ground and pound as well. And that's a big right hand.
Oh, he's a big, and he's changed his name to the Punisher, and he looks like he wants to live up to it right now here.
Good control of the legs, and that right hand, as you say, big posture and big shots coming down. He's not tapping away with those. He's looking to finish.
But now he's concentrating fully on MMA. He was mixing between wrestling, and he's been multiple-time multi-weight champion in the UK. Has also competed abroad, representing the country yet again.
It's such an exciting young prospect.
Well, in the arms of Dean Garnett as well over at Aspire, and you can see Sabir and Aaron Robinson over there. Great team to be with, but Ciaran Mulholland, he's won multiple titles. He is as game as they come, and they call him the dark horse. He's not just going to be giving up on his back here. He's going to be here to take that title, not just the title, but to claim the scalp of Mokaev and take it back to Belfast.
Yeah, he's got the lockdown now. Mulholland is one thing. He's tough and he knows how to survive, and he keeps himself in a fight and gives himself a chance, you know. And a lot of people would have already wilted under those hard shots that Mokaev landed, but Mulholland is, as you say, game as they come. We've got to watch out for setting up a dance there.
Yeah, and he's looking to do that now, going to try and grip on his bicep. Oh, there we go, now locks it up.
Yeah, that's tight through on the bicep. But Mulholland did the right thing. He's gone up to the turtle to get out of it. And he's done a good job back on his feet.
He's going to end up on his
not
back
for long.
again, no.
Look at the wrestling there. And then ends up with knee on belly as well when they hit the mat. This is elite stuff from Mokaev. And like I said, I called his bantamweight title fight in Bahrain, and that was an unreal performance against Ryo Yamaguchi, who was touted as the one to beat. And I called two of his fights, and he was eating up the competition. But Mokaev, relentless with the takedowns.
Looking for an arm lock across the opposite side, maybe.
Oh,
gives it up, hammer fists. Yeah, he uses his positions really well, doesn't coast, does he? As soon as he gets the opportunity to land a shot, he makes sure that it counts.
Again, in terms of UK wrestling, UK MMA, with the exception of Mike Grundy, is there anybody with the pedigree at this age in the UK?
Not just the pedigree, the accolades as well. He posted a picture of his favourite medals, and I think I've got a swimming badge from when I was 11, and he had a wall covered in gold and silver.
How many metres?
10 metres with my pyjamas on.
That's impressive.
Carrying a brick as well, mate.
Yeah. Don't knock yourself.
Really pushed yourself for that one, Brian.
I mean, he's not quite world champion, but it's all right.
When I go back to Huddersfield, they'd still do an open top bus parade for me. It's great to see, and I thank the Terriers in Huddersfield Town for that sort of welcome.
Yeah, that's a big, solid round for Mokaev in round one. You know, after he's landed them shots, I'm sure he'll be hunting for the finish now. He probably feels that he can. Mulholland gets his chance on the feet again.
But I will say one thing Mulholland is very good at is resetting between rounds. He won't carry that. He'll now be looking to get the momentum into his, going his way of the fight.
Again, there's no substitute for experience, and both these young men have plenty of it.
Oh, big push kick to the head and a back kick.
Muhammad really mixing it up.
Oy, but now he's on his back. And actually, Mulholland said he'd like to see how he copes, but it's about holding him down.
Gets a whizzer straight away back up to his feet, not messing around.
Versus the throw, phenomenal. Just phenomenal from Muhammad Mokaev. If it sounds like I'm a fan of this kid, I'm a fan.
Yeah, and just slowing this down now a little bit, getting the control, chipping away. Mulholland looking for that rubber guard, but he doesn't have his foot on the hip. It's with that left butterfly hook inside, it's not all that effective. Mokaev can actually pass to his right if he wants. It helps to keep his posture down to lock the shots, but yeah, he's let go of it now.
So Mokaev has discovered some new toys.
And you can understand that when you look at the evolution of someone like Dean Garnett, whose striking has come on leaps and bounds, and the young talent he's nurturing, Marlon.
Yeah, and it's confidence as well, isn't it? You know, you're 11-0, totally. Winning everything. He feels confident enough that he can throw these strikes and not have to worry about anything else. He's not worried about Mulholland's wrestling. You know, he's not worried. You've seen how good he is at getting up off his back.
Well, let's just make that point again. Mulholland has just stepped on the plane after thinking his fight was off to come over here and go up a weight to take on Mokaev, and that's a fighter, isn't it? That's the spirit you want from your young athletes willing to test themselves, especially in these amateur ranks. This is what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about the Northern Irish. I used to commentate a show over there, and literally you'd have a 15-back card and everyone would be a stormer because they all just came to fight and were like big heart, all durable. And Mulholland really is like that. He's got to watch this head and arm, north-south, like head and arm.
Mokaev.
And he's out.
Out, hit Mokaev. Again, pressuring, forcing Mulholland up against the cage. Drops quickly for that. I mean,
he could take down an elephant, let's put it that way.
Unbelievable.
He could single leg an elephant.
And that's, again, you were talking about confidence. The fact that if it starts not to go as well on the feet or in a position, he can always go back to the takedown.
I saw an interview of his and someone asked him, what's the game plan? He said, simple, I'm going to take him down and beat him up, and that is the blueprint for a Mohamed Mokaev fight. And everybody thinks they need to find the key, that they can stop the takedown, but if they stop one, there's 5 more coming.
Absolutely. Relentless.
But Mulholland's still in there.
Absolutely.
Still happy to...
And again, with the experience Ciaran has got.
A bit of afters after the bell there.
We don't need any of that. Mokaev will get a talking to.
But
if Mulholland talked to him and Mokaev made the shove, is both getting a telling off from their corner to simmer down a little bit.
But the thing is, you look at Mokaev, and you just get the sense he's done it on purpose to get into the head. I have no doubt he's not above playing those mind games, and why not as a fighter?
He is, like you said, the Punisher in there, and I've seen him break people before they've even got into the cage, and that's something that he does. But we've talked about the spirit of Ciaran Mulholland. You saw his reaction to that. That might have lit a fire under him, and
that's right.
Could be his detriment, but also maybe that's what he needs to get some respect in this fight, to go out there and that.
Mokaev is mean mugging him.
Yeah, but I mean, fighting off emotion when you're 2 rounds down and trying to punch too hard is a recipe for getting put on your back again.
And that's what I mean, you know, it's gamesmanship for sure, but it's gamesmanship on purpose. And
the arm's in though, Mokaev.
Easy, left arm looks under the chin. It's not on, but he had a good grip there, but Mokaev's going to get out of it.
Again, it goes. The wrestling can get him out of so many difficulties. And
it's not just one move. The way he chains together the moves, even in bad positions, to come out in a position like this, that's what you'd call elite grappling. That is somebody that's done it since they were a young man, and now turning into a fully grown fighter, just 18 years old. He's got so many goals and targets for himself. But there's a warning shot across the bow, though. Ciaran Mulholland threatened that neck.
You just can't count him out until you got to put him out, or he's in this fight. But again, Mokaev with that smothering, he could stay here all day if he wanted.
Yeah, good pressure. Doesn't look like being moved, does he? Mulholland doesn't look like working his way back up to his feet either.
No, Mokaev looking to try and perhaps pass to the mount.
Mulholland hanging on to that right leg of Mokaev with that lockdown position.
Mokaev, though, looking to get a bit of posture. You know, again, could probably land some strikes from inside this half guard if he wanted.
Yeah, that's a better position now to land strikes. There he goes. He just wants... He's let go of the lockdown now. And chipping away. Mulholland really from this point needs to be trying to use that left knee to try and create some space, try and push off, give it, you know, if he can give himself just a little bit of space to try and create a scramble. I mean, you almost don't fancy chances of winning a scramble, but he's got to find an option somewhere.
Absolutely, yep.
Mokaev continuing to work from the top.
Right.
He needs to go left arm underhook if he can. So where his shin is to drive that arm through and then even scoot his back to the fence. If he can hip away to the fence.
Mohamed looking again to try and pass. Get some more posture, maybe.
And this round's all been about that control. Mulholland doesn't want to let the leg go, doesn't want him past, but he's got the knee slice now. He's through, he's going to get out to his back.
Hooks in. Big shot. Hooks in. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, Mulholland will most likely survive this, but again, under the cosh.
The referee's got to be on top of this break now this time. There he is, and Crossley's right in between them. But a very relaxed corner. I was watching across there as Mohamed Mokaev was doing the work and switching from position to position. Big smiles on the face over there. So Ciaran Mulholland, his corner now trying to get him to dig deep.
Yeah, I mean, Mulholland's not the kind of guy who necessarily needs the talk in the corner to G him up. You know, he's always game, and as we've seen earlier on tonight, things can go from, you know, a good position to a bad position very quickly. It only takes one shot, and I'll never write Mulholland out, but he's 3 rounds down right now. Championship rounds coming up, and yeah, he's got it all to do. There's a big 2 rounds ahead of him if he wants to head back to Belfast with a belt around his waist.
Mokaev hasn't made many mistakes once he's got at the top position. He's eaten a few shots, but once he's established top position, he's been fairly dominant.
Oh, and straight away targets that single leg, just gets Mulholland to react to his movement.
Yeah, Mulholland really goes after the neck when he comes in, which doesn't help him. Nice.
Fireman's carry takeover, beautiful.
Yeah, I think Mulholland going after the neck when Mokaev comes in is actually to his detriment, because he almost allows himself to be taken down, and it doesn't look like he's ever been close enough to the neck to really make it threaten. He'd be better off working on his takedown defense rather than trying to catch the guillotine.
Look at the control Mokaev's got now, stepped over. He's almost got that, well, he has got the left leg elevated while stepping over and controlling the right leg as well. Tough spot for Mulholland to try and get out of now.
Get a nice grip.
Mulholland can look for a leg lock from there. Needs to scramble out, shove the head and get back out. He doesn't want to stay in the clinch if he can help it. Mokaev again looked to get under the legs for a fireman's carry, but I just feel like Mulholland made a bad decision there, staying in the clinch. Should have pushed off and tried to get back to the centre of the cage. But good sprawl, good hips. Wants to be stuffing the head here. Doesn't want to give that right leg up to Mokaev.
Look at the way Mokaev turns the corner though. Such an understanding of how to displace the weight, the balance of his opponent, even from a position there where he's on the mat and Mulholland's weight is above him. He just knows what to do. Makes it look so easy.
Ciaran, what does Ciaran need to do? Anything? Of course, he needs to do something different off his back. But what is it? What can he do to get a little bit of distance?
Yeah, if I was in, I'd be trying to frame off the shoulders, trying to make some space to scoop my hips out, and then get the feet on the hips. You know, so pushing off the shoulders to bring his hips out from underneath Mokaev.
Well, some good dexterity there.
Yeah, like that diamond position. Mokaev pushes his shoulders, drives his shoulders back through. Oh, watch the triangle.
Yeah, Connor calling for it, but Mokaev scrambles out and into side control.
Just wise to that attempt, shrugs it off and takes the pass instead. What might look like the start of something threatening from Mulholland, Mokaev's just been a step ahead every time.
Very grappling heavy. And again, just controlling.
One thing there, though, that Mokaev was looked less intent on trying to cause damage from those positions. Maybe a little bit of cardio now, because that is a grueling pace he's set, and the transitions and positions that he's had to maintain and game against Ciaran Mulholland. But now, only one round left.
Fifth and final round.
Yeah, you've got to think that, you know, Mulholland's got to come out here and he's got to try and stay on the feet, land some strikes. But the more he tries to commit to land the bigger strikes, the more likely it is that he'll overcommit and Mokaev's underneath him and taking him for a ride on the Dagestan airline. So it's just one of the, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it's the kind of kid who's going to want to come out and win this fight now. He don't want to cruise to a decision defeat. Let's see what he's got left in the tank last 3 minutes.
They're still jaw-jacking after 12 hard minutes. They're still talking to each other.
Little touch of gloves there, slightly unexpected, but nice to see.
Good right hand counter to the low kick from Mulholland.
Oh. And you think that's the key back, if you're backing Mokaev up to the fence.
That was a better, just as I say that. Back down.
Yeah, Mulholland just working for the triangle there, if he can stuff the wrist, looking for the omoplata. Yeah, but the Mokaev's leg around his head's making it difficult, steps over and he's out. That's good work. Just like to see Mulholland, you know, he stuffed a takedown there and then remained engaged in the clinch. He just needs at the earliest possible opportunity to push away.
Works himself back into the guard.
Working the guard in Mulholland's corner, seems to think Mokaev's tired. And he's very tight, he's a bit more conservative inside the guard this round. You know, elbows tight. Little short shots triangle again for Mulholland. He's thrown it over the shoulder, but Mokaev's left elbow's in.
Trying to force
might be able to double underpass. And again, you know, Mulholland's throwing these up, but Mokaev's savvy to every attempt so far.
I would have liked to have seen some knees to the body there when Mokaev had him up against the cage and side control.
Oh, really?
Well, I haven't seen any tonight, Jay.
And you see Mulholland is still trying there, still trying to chip away, still wants a submission. But this is, you know, riding further and further out of his reach. And it's a, you know, a valiant attempt by all accounts on the notice that he's had.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's given it his all.
Oh, up kick coming.
That one got a wince off Mokaev. I think it landed quite nicely. Mokaev's control is just too strong. Arms on the inside of the biceps. Solid control, doesn't like being swept. Chipping away with enough shots to keep things grounded.
Yeah, just working. Like you said, just enough to keep Mark Crossley happy that there's enough going on in this position. Ciaran Mulholland still going for it though.
Yeah, no quit off his back whatsoever. Constantly looking to try.
Now trying to get the armbar or the triangle maybe. Oh, another up kick. Oof.
Oh, cartwheel pass. Nails it as well.
Nice.
Smile
and he's smiling for it. Oh, I'm waving, mugging to the camera now a little bit.
Just when you think maybe his gas tank's running low, hits the cartwheel pass, big smile on his face. Fair play, and this is going to be all she wrote. 5 rounds in the books.
There we go, that's what we like to see.
That's what we like.
Respect between the two.
Yeah, I'm sure, but you know, they can talk, they can push, they can shove, but it's got to be all respect after 5 hard rounds against one another there. It's all a bit Mokaev, but, you know, Mulholland is a true fighter, anyone, anytime.
Absolutely, and he just keeps gaining experience in the cage. Still a young man, what, 22, 23 years old? No, and a proper fighter spirit. Champ.
Yeah, thoroughly deserved. And I don't know whether Mokaev is going to be involved doing the Europeans and the IMMAFs this year, but it can't be too much for him, more for him to achieve in the amateur ranks. What a fighter.
Phenomenal.
Gold to see you through, my friends. Mokaev, you return to the UKFC cage. You claim yet another title in another impressive performance.
It was
Sum this up for me, my friends.
This means a lot. 3 days to do this. Flyweight interim champion, Bantamweight champion, 12 medal! Smashing IMMAF world champion. Thank you so much. Everybody came to support me. Crazy support.
Superb support, what crazy 6 months. You win the gold